we're rolling. Sketchbooks. Okay, I have a lot of sketchbooks and they're all pretty small. And I do that because I'd like to do a sketch about every day if I can. And usually I'm not that good, but I like them small, and I also like them on cheap paper because then I won't feel bad about sketching, right? So a lot of these, I think you can get like, I think I got like a pack of them for like $1.50 per, right? So not expensive, takes the pressure off, and I enjoy it a lot more. I do have one kind of fancy sketchbook, which is this one that was gifted to me, and has all these beautiful like ink patterns on it. Really well done. I love this. And I think we're gonna start off with this one. It has more academic pieces in it. Yeah, I don't know how to describe my style. I think to describe it, I would just have to talk about the people I take inspiration from. I take a lot of inspiration from Da Vinci and Raphael, although I don't claim to be anywhere near. I don't think anyone could claim to be anywhere near their genius, but I do like looking at their pieces, especially the silver point by Da Vinci. You know, he has such a good collection of silver point pieces that they're just like, they're like a miracle on paper. They're so well done. And I don't know, I don't think I ever feel, I've heard other artists talk about how they feel almost intimidated by looking at great artists, right? And, you know, almost overwhelmed by like how complete their talent is. And I understand that, but I also think everyone is on their own unique journey. And so, and actually no, I really do get that, because even as I record this, I'm recalling all the times I've seen a sketchbook video on YouTube, and I don't want to click on it because I'm like, oh, I don't want to feel worse than that artist, or less talented than that artist. And it's just, that's not art. That's not what it's supposed to be. It's really not. And if you're in that headspace like I am most of the time, I think we all need to mature and realize that art is not about assembling the correct number of lines onto a piece of paper, or trying to make assertions of what good art or bad art is. You know, I think if you're trying to make something edifying, you make something edifying. If you're trying to make something beautiful, you make something beautiful. If it falls short of that, then maybe that's a work of art in and of itself. And so, I don't know. I think what I want to say is I'm in the same place sometimes. And at this point I'm just projecting. Maybe no one else thinks this way, but often I can get, I don't know, almost even jealous of someone's ability, which is sad because I really should just be there to support them. And I'm very proud of my fellow artists. And so, I don't know. I think part of me recording myself and you know, my artwork is just to play my part in building a community where, you know, everyone can enjoy in the human family, you know, and in art and in talent. You know, it doesn't have to be a competition. Anyway, okay. Whoa. I always get on these long tangents. Let me just keep flipping through. This is what I'm working on right now. It's kind of glowing a lot. I wonder if I can make it less glowy, because it's so delicate right now. It really needs to be added. Shade and shadow needs to be added. But yeah, okay. This book is nice because it's these bigger pages, and it does add a little bit of pressure. And I do like to take my time with this book. I only have, what was that, like 3 finished pieces in here, but that's okay. I think it's fun to have kind of a sketchbook that you have a lot of pressure with. I have a Moleskine one over there that I'll show at another time, and that one had like a lot. I was, you know, giving it my best shot on each page. But sometimes that can be stressful, and so these ones are so nice. They're so nice. You can bring them anywhere. I just throw them in to my luggage. I throw them into my bag. I don't care. You know, I was sketching on one of these every day. I was on the subway in New York over this last summer. It's really refreshing, you know, just to draw, you know, no matter what. And I don't know if I really improved much. I don't know. Probably. I think I got more confident with my line and more confident with the way I draw and the way I approach art. A lot of portraits. I think all of these just have, basically just have portraits. I'm really obsessed with the human face, and I don't know why that is, but I am. And some of them are a little more faded, you know, not. There's a big stress on, oh, getting your values in as a beginner, or getting shade and shadow developed, and that's lovely, that's great. And I think you know, we should all strive to have really incredible skills when we're drawing and rendering. But there's something to be said about breaking the rules and just letting your intuition guide you, and making pieces that are ethereal and candid and don't have to be dripping with this academic rigor, right? Some of these are incredibly stylized. This one was really taken from Yoshitaka Amano. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and I don't think I am. But he's the concept illustrator and mastermind behind Final Fantasy, and it's beautiful illustrations and styles. And I think I want to get some of his books. And by the way, there will be more book reviews, because I have a whole stack I'm looking at over there that I barely open because I'm always busy, but this will give me an excuse. If I'm recording something, then I'll get to look through a lot of my different collections. So, continuing on, I have a lot of these sketchbooks. I don't think we'll make it through all of them, but I'm happy to do a part 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever. This is a fun one. I rarely draw men because I'm nervous. I don't know, drawing, like, I've heard like a lot of artists say like, oh, I only draw girls because, you know, they obviously girls are pretty and that sort of thing. I think I have the opposite problem. I think I don't like drawing guys because I think that makes me too nervous. I don't know. It's easier to draw a lady. I don't know why. It's just they lend themselves to fine art, right? It's kind of a sweeping statement. You don't have to lend yourself to fine art, but especially those kind of like old-timey Victorian outfits, and you know, I'm thinking of like John Singer Sargent and his work. You know, you can't help but love it. I saw that exhibition in the Met of John Singer Sargent's massive portfolio of work that the Met accumulated to show off, and it was stunning. The line work, the texture on each of the canvases, they were so finished. They have even though he's alla prima, he has such a quality of finished work that's so admirable. This is me kind of exploring with color. This one is in like an angel, I think. The next one is funny. So this one is the personification of jealousy, because I was dealing with a jealous friend, and we all have had jealous friends, and that's okay. But they were saying some things, they were spreading gossip behind my back on campus that was not true, and it really hurt my feelings. And so I drew the personification of jealousy. And it was kind of funny. It was actually a great detox. I don't know. I felt like oddly at rest after this. But it was like, this guy, it's like a family friend technically, but he was really being not nice at all. Yeah, not a fond memory. And it was, okay, get this, it was at the bonfire. So it was at my like welcome home bonfire. I was gone over the summer at New York doing this internship for this architecture firm. And it was like this welcome back, right? And so I was expecting to see all my friends that I hang out with, and I did. But then one of my other friends, and I know her well, so I didn't care, but she invited all these other people. And so this guy I hadn't seen for the longest time showed up to this bonfire. He said some things I'll never forget, but I'll tell you guys about that in a different video. Okay, this is the personification of passion. This one is like the opposite extreme. I was majorly crushing out on this person. at school, and I couldn't help but draw passion. So that's the personification passion. Okay, I think we can do one more. I'll be quick. Just picking out some pieces. This one was done in New York. It's kind of a play on the disc thrower, if you've ever seen that famous sculpture. I love the disc thrower, and this is kind of him at a more peaceful moment. This kind of what I imagine him to look like in leisure, you know, after he's done with the Olympic competitions and stuff. I did a measured drawing, another portrait. A lot of these kind of mystical alien portraits, a lot of texture. These were done while I was falling asleep on the subway, right? So definitely not anatomically correct. Very whimsical. This one was loosely inspired by my brother. Yeah, a lot of them follow the same. Ugh, I have so much more to show you, but I really should wrap up. Okay, well, see you guys next time, and have a good night. I hope you guys aren't staying up as late as I am, and if you are, I hope you're watching this video. Okay, see you guys next time. Bye.